What's going on? So, after my last review I've done of the Zhiyun crane, Zhiyun, still don't know how to say it, have sent me their new gimbal. It's called the Smooth Q. So I'm going to quickly bang out a review. Get it?
Yeah, I'm gonna track you, yeah? So you're as if you're walking through into the restaurant. Yeah, right. 3, 2, 1, action.
Right, so to start with, Zhiyun have brought out this new gimbal for phones and Androids. I think this is like the newer version or the more consumer version of their Smooth 2 that they had out. I've only had it for like a week. I just got back from a trip in Mauritius and I took it there, planned on using it, but the shoot was just so busy and so hectic that I didn't even get a chance to bloody use it. I did get a chance to get it out the box for the first time ever, so let me quickly roll that for you.
Look at how bloody smooth that is. Like I'm gonna move this frantically. Yeah? Like that's just mad.
Right, so onto the case, and in complete typical Zhiyun style, it comes in its own really nice case. You haven't got to go out and buy some next case or some next company. They just give you one that is more than good enough, even though it does look a bit strange. It's quite a soft case. It's got like a nice texture on it. Let's not go into what the case feels like. Bang it open, and there you go. Look, that's the inside of the case. And it's like a soft / hard, if that makes sense, kind of inside padding. So onto the gimbal itself. Zhiyun, thanks for sending me a pink one. It's definitely not my favourite colour, but I've been telling everyone it's rose gold, so I've been getting away with it all right. Straight out the bat, the weight of it is extremely light. I don't actually know the technicalities for how light it is, so let me quickly weigh it. Right, we're looking at 425 grams. Not bad. So straight out the bat, the weight is nice and light. I mean, I've been running around with this all day to film all this stuff I'm about to show you now. So yeah, no, honestly, it's wicked. One thing that I did really like about it, and especially compared to the crane, you see this here, the little toggle. The toggle that you do your panning and your tilting with, that is like a lot bigger surface area, and that is a lot easier to use and get some nice smooth movements, because the crane has got like a big sticky out one that is a little bit hard to use. Anyway, sweet. Let's have a little look at the actual dial. So on here, you've got a record button and you hold that down twice and that's the on button. It's a bit like when you turn on a DJI product. It's also got a zoom toggle on it, which once you connect to your phone via the app that is meant to be coming out very soon, I don't know anything about that, you can then zoom in, zoom out and record directly from the gimbal and not have to touch your phone while it's being stabilised. Brilliant news. So also there is a micro USB cable here in the side, and that will connect directly to your phone, and then you'll be able to do all kinds of magic that I'm not even aware of just yet. On the bottom here, you see this? The USB port. This handle turns into a portable charger on the go. So you can be flying your gimbal while charging your phone at the same time, or just charging your phone in general. Companies that want to go out of their way to just bring convenience to their customers is a 10 out of 10 in my books. Also, look, it's got a 1/4" screw in the bottom for tripods. Legend. So they're obviously not aiming this just at consumers. They're looking at maybe prosumers as well that want to actually take the iPhone or whatever Android you're on, I don't want to offend anyone, and take it to the next level by actually using it on maybe some professional shoots, I don't know. The good thing that I would probably use this for is to maybe attach it to a car, like a car roof, and have your phone completely stabilising the entire shot of a POV of a car. Because I'd much rather chuck my phone up there than put my A7S with an expensive lens on there. Attaching your phone is really simple. You just slam it in, you undo these two bits, they're like spring loaded at the back. The way to balance it is exactly the same as the crane. So as you can see, it's falling over to my left. So I've got to pull this extension arm out to the right a bit to balance it out. Voila, done, voila. I don't really know how to say that. So there you are, look, that is literally the only bit of balancing you need to do. Obviously, the amount of balancing involved is just so much easier than balancing the crane. So let's turn it on. double tap of the on button. And there you go, the phone is actually stabilised. You haven't got to do anything else now, that is literally it. So let me pick it up. Bosh mate, you are ready to be absolute Steven Spielberg. So obviously you've got the double on button, you've also got the mode button, and you lot know what the mode button is because it's exactly the same as on the Crane. So you hold the mode button down, so now you're in a different mode, and look, I'm twisting this all the way around, the gimbal is not following, the camera is locked on in its direction where it's pointing, so if you want to do like a really smooth tracking shot left to right, forwards and back, however you want to be creative with it, you can do that. Flick it back to normal mode and there you are, you're back in the normal mode where it follows you as you pan, but it won't follow you on the tilt because you've got your own joystick to play around with the panning and the tilting. Sweet. On to the battery life. So the battery life of this thing lasts 11 to 12 hours. If you're telling me you're going to walk around for 11 to 12 hours and fly this thing, you're lying, mate. On battery life is a 100 thumbs up from me. The build quality of it is a bit plasticky to be honest, but in this occasion, I'm gonna say I actually prefer the fact that it's actually plastic. The reason being, the whole point of this system is to be light and portable and be able to move it places and take it wherever you wanna go. Stick it in your back pocket, run down the street, run whoever you're running away from. But it's actually quite a rugged plastic because I've already been chucking it about today and it's pretty decent. The motors aren't actually exposed, so it looks relatively weather sealed. So onto some footage. So today I obviously got my favourite actress. When I say my favourite, it's literally the only one I could get my hands on this amount of time. I was calling all the agencies. So I used the one actress that I use all the time. She's so reliable. She always does what I say. Today she didn't want to run though. So here we go. Here's me dog out in the field and in the garden just playing about. I was trying to get her to run, but she's so lazy nowadays. She's getting a bit old. But anyway, here's me dog running about in the garden. I was trying to do some nice like craney shots. Here's literally just a boom down, so she's not in frame and then she is in frame. So things like that are just so easy with this. Literally balance it, turn it on, bosh, away you go. You got yourself a handheld crane, mate. Here's me literally sprinting with it. Also, right, one thing I do want to talk about, I'm going to stop that bit for 1 second. One thing I do want to talk about is low mode. There is no technical low mode in this, but the one thing that I did manage to find out is if you do want to go low mode, look, I'll turn it to the side so you can see. There, it stops. So you can see the phone's actually tilting now because it's caught on the motor. So anywhere between there and there, that's your whole point of gimbalization, if that's a word, your stabilisation, yeah? So if I was you and you really wanted to get a nice low shot, just run with it like that. Like, I'm not going to do my running thing again. I've done that in the crane video and got enough abuse for it, so I'm not going to do that. But if you're running, yeah, to basically emulate a low mode, that is where you're at, and like you can zip about however you want to zip about like that. But obviously you can't just hold it straight, which would be completely ideal because then you get a better quality of like stabilisation on that. So that's how you're gonna have to run with it if you want to go in low mode. I'm a genius. Right, so you get yourself a bloody Gorilla Pod, yeah, and slap it like that and hold that up straight. So there you go, look, there's your low mode. If you want to be sprinting, like you hold that flat and just hold it out a little bit and you've got yourself like a legitimate low mode there. But the whole point of these is that it's completely portable. So why would you need one of them? Anyway, and for all of you Instagram storiers, yeah, check this out. One other function that I'm pretty buzzing about is the fact that you can go in portrait mode. You literally twist open this, turn it 90 degrees until the phone is actually in portrait mode. And there you go, look, you've got yourself a straight up portrait mode, completely stable shot. Who do I personally reckon would benefit from one of these? To be honest with you, I think it's like the general public nowadays. Everyone wants to make the best content for their social media pages, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of that stuff. So this is really good for, I'd say for like companies. Say you've got like a company, like I know a few companies that are trying to like improve their social media stuff just by doing it themselves instead of employing a videographer like me. So for them, say they've got a little company and every day they want to post like a nice video of their shop or the stuff that they sell in their shop, get yourself one of these, mate. You got yourself some nice push-ins, some pull-outs, some nice panning movements, some tracking shots, and your production value goes through the roof. Also, I reckon vloggers are gonna absolutely love this thing, you know, because look, I'm not being funny. How hard is that to hold that out like that, talk to an iPhone, and everyone like bashes iPhones for being shit. But they're not shit at all. They're actually really bloody good. Also, I'm about to show you in a video right in about 5 seconds, lenses that you can use for your iPhone. Snap that on, mate, and you've got the vlogging setup of peace. Wham, there you go. So I've now added a wide angle lens to my front camera on my phone. You can wang this in the back of your pocket and you're laughing, mate. Like this, the DJI Mavic, and you've got yourself an absolute full-blown production house, mate. Yeah, I'm probably gonna take this to Vietnam with me when I go in 4 weeks. I'm going on a motorbike trip for 2 weeks. That one's gonna be sick, check that out. So, quick little round off to the end of this kind of review chat, or whatever we're gonna call it. If you're looking at the price, you're looking at 135 quid, which is about $150, yeah? This plus your iPhone, your Sony, your Samsung, whatever you got in your pocket right now, all you need is that. You need one of these, 135 quid. Also, you can get yourself some lenses to go on the iPhone. You've got yourself a completely modular system then. I'm gonna stick a link in the description of this video to where you can get yourself one. And by the way, I'm not getting paid by Zhiyun to say any of this crap. They've literally just said it to me and said, look mate, do you mind doing us a quick cheeky review? I was like, of course I will, mate. Your products are sick. Of course I'll do it, no problemos. So yeah, here we go. There it is. That was my review. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay smooth. Oh my God, as if I just said that. That ain't going in. Anyway, later on bros and girls, peace.